One of the things that they found in their mathematical appraisal of everything is the moon, the sun, and the earth have fantastic mathematical and geometrical connections. And it doesn't work with anything else in the solar system, just those three. Interestingly, the Gnostic writings said those three are not the same, come from the same source as the rest of the solar system. They say in the book, the maths involving the Earth, and if you do read it, it is stunning, the correlation between the three of them. The maths involving the Earth, Moon, Sun system is nothing less than staggering. And the moon has been placed there, they said, with the accuracy of a proverbial Swiss watchmaker. When you have an eclipse of the sun, the moon is the same size as the sun when viewed from the Earth. What's the chances of that? This is mainstream science, who say that it is perfectly, the moon is now perfectly placed to sustain life, but it's pure luck, a cosmic coincidence. They're saying because it's there, life on Earth is as it is, but it's just an accident. It's not. We never see the other side of the moon. Never see it. Why? And this is what they say in the book. The moon is bigger than it should be. Far. I mean, you see the size of the moon? It's bigger than Pluto, and it's the satellite of a little Earth. Madness. The moon is bigger than it should be, apparently older than it should be, and much lighter in mass than it should be. It occupies an unlikely orbit and is so extraordinary that all existing explanations for its presence are fraught with difficulties, and none of them could be considered remotely watertight. Mainstream science says the moon was formed when a Mars-type planet hit the Earth, and it all splat up and a bit of it became the moon. That eventually didn't work out, so they came up with a double whack theory where it hit with a planet and then came back and the planet had another go. They don't know where the moon came from. This is absolutely, perfectly illustrates the situation. Irving Shapiro from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics. The best explanation for the moon is observational error. The moon doesn't exist. It shouldn't be there. It seems easier to explain the non-existence of the moon than its existence. And there's massive evidence that the moon is hollow. When they've hit it with massive explosions, the evidence coming back is there's nothing in the middle. Not in terms of substance. This scientist at NASA would see that the moon is more like a hollow than a homogeneous sphere. This guy at the MIT in Massachusetts, the knowledge of the moon's gravitational field indicates the frightening possibility that the moon might be hollow. Well, that's frightening, I don't know. Another guy said the moon is inside out. What's on the surface should be inside. And as Carl Sagan said, a natural satellite cannot be a hollow object. And these scientists from the Soviet Academy of Sciences wrote a detailed article in 1970, Is the Moon the Creation of Alien Intelligence? And they put forward a tremendous case for the fact the moon is a construct. And this guy is one of many people, insiders, who've come out publicly and said they've seen photographs of bases on the moon. This is another one. Ken Johnson, former manager of the NASA Data and Photo Control Department. He was sacked when he started talking out about it. There's so many phenomena on the moon that are not natural, including these massive towers, which they've ludicrously tried to airbrush out very badly. Another one. This is 29 miles in diameter. They call it the blue gem or the blue dome. The light has been seen since the 17th century. Now we can see it closer. It's something that illuminates electric blue on the moon. What is it? All these things can be seen to be non-natural, including this thing. This is massive, by the way. Whatever this thing is a closer version of it. And it's like the moon is kind of in symbol, it's like a Death Star moon. It's a construct. And ancient accounts and legends say similar things about the moon, that it's not what it seems to be. And what I'm saying is, it is a part of this control system involving Saturn, which amplifies, if you like, the information signal and makes it much more powerful on Earth. And if you change that to that, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Now again, interestingly, this Shining Project entity said this about the moon. This is after, I've come across this after I've gone public in my books with what I think about it. The moon is not a natural heavenly body. Life was better for humans before the moon came. Moon forces control time and manipulate the mood of humans. The moon is there to control the Earth's mood, lunch. And a big calm would come over the Earth without the moon. There would be only little storms, not big storms. The old race, archons I would say, captured the moon from space and located it next to the Earth, precisely next to the Earth, for what they wanted to do, and that's why it's so precisely positioned. The entity went on in this communication. Without the moon, people and animals would become calm and peaceful, and anxiety and fear would dramatically decline. Given what I've talked about today, that is amazingly relevant. The oceans would be much calmer. Heavy thunderstorms and lightning would be rare, and the climate would be balanced with no extreme heat or cold. Telepathic, and this is interesting, again, so relevant. Telepathic and interdimensional communication would become widespread, and people would be able to see new colours and an enhanced colour spectrum. Why? We would be able to expand our awareness into higher frequencies of reality, where the colours are much more vibrant because they are of a higher frequency. There would be major changes to the... this is fantastic. Talk about coming out of left field, this one. There would be major changes to the human respiratory system as blood and breathing chemistry changed. Those born after the moon's demise would be able to hold their breath underwater for hours at a time. We have been entrapped in a massive lie, and this is why we are in the situation we are, in the program we are. We're decoding it